I'm Todd Grish. Carl. Sugar Ray Leonard. He, of course, won.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner, introducing from Nottingham, England, a super middleweight champion of the world, Carl.
Well, I hope you brought your sunglasses because you can't imagine how bad these fighters want to get their hands on each other. Neither one of them want this to go to the judges' scorecards. He just got caught with a big right. Good straight right hand. Beautiful counter punch. Sugar Ray's in trouble. Disaster averted, it seems. We continue on.
It's been a tough round so far.
I gotta stop you here, Johnny, as we pick up the heat. Oh, Leonard just got rocked. A true champion knows how to get out of trouble after they got into trouble, and it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
Green Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Who did more work in the gym? That's what it might come down to, considering how hot and humid it is today.
This is taking...
We need to see that again. Some amazing boxing right there.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
Talking about botching that last round. They say no one knows a... And there's the bell for round 2. Gotta be feeling confident heading into this round after knocking their opponent down twice.
2 knockdowns and you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible because your head must be all over the place. Your legs will feel like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
Perfect counter shot. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. You'd like to see more jabs. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. This slugger has a unique mentality, doesn't he, Johnny? He just wants to win by knockout. He says if we go to the scorecards, it's a failure for me.
Tactics out of the window. These guys just want to brawl.
The straight right just misses. Punch, counter punch. And they are delivering. He missed with that jab. They are giving us a high-tempo show. And Sugar is in trouble. Sugar Ray Leonard. What a blow Let's see it again on instant replay.
A shot from the gods took him out.
1, 2, 3, 4. Listen to me. Are you okay?
Let's talk about Sugar Ray Leonard in that last round.
Come on. Just switch it off.
On to the third. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his leg is gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
Straight right just misses. The bravery being shown here is just incredible. So much for boxing. This is a fight. What skill being displayed here between these two middleweights. Nope, that uppercut does not score. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Nice work to block that left uppercut. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about botching that last round. The game plan does not seem to be working here. Back at it in round 4. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
This fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
This can be so frustrating when you're under such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. This fighter's certainly not going to out-throw their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Can't find a home with that jab. Another scoring shot there. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about botching that last round. What would you tell this guy? Time for the 5th round. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Endurance is becoming a factor. You can see this fighter having a hard time getting out of the way of the punches, and they're not throwing as many on their own.
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamour weight is a heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace. You can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. You know the amazing fights at middleweight are ridiculous. That is what writes our history books.
Good punch. That counter shot lands. That left uppercut doesn't score. There's a big difference between being the aggressor and the effective aggressor. Which type are we seeing so far?
Middleweights always gives us a class. If you've got two class middleweight fighters, you are in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, I would just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about thoughts in that last round. Well, this is the time. Let's start the sixth. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
That counter punch caught him clean. Sugar Ray Leonard dazed. Somehow weathered the storm.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. You can tell one of these fighters is starting to fade. What does he need to do to get back in this contest?
Look back in the history books. Some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now, you look right there. These guys are on it. Fast, sharp.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about thoughts in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. There's the bell to start round 7. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Those counter punches have to hurt. How about that time counter shot? Nope, that hook won't score. Both men step back for just a moment. There's a counter shot. Perfect punch. we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you're there and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Lucky that hook didn't score. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Caution is being thrown to the wind. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about botching that last round. Well, we're entering round 8, and we're off again. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart, because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. This fighter has been extremely aggressive so far, Johnny, but how do they keep it up over the distance of this fight?
This is about ego. Get your ego in check, Todd, because if you fight a man that is used to doing this, he's confident and comfortable doing this, why are you giving him that chance to dance that dance? Step out of the way, box him. Frustrate him, because if you let him get away with it, he pulls you down.
Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Right when you think the pace will slow down, it picks up. A swing and a miss with the left hook. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Missing with the left hook. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. And look at that shot to the head, and there's no way they were going to stand up to that one.
I need to see that.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Give me your glove.
The 3 judges agree, and we've got a unanimous decision.
What a whitewash. You know, that's skills, that's class, that's levels. One is up there, one is down there, but you know what? The loser is going to have to learn a big, hard lesson. I totally agree.